I just moved my throttle. I forgot that it's a hot jet, isn't it?
We want you to not be in a jet if you can help it, Tanner.
Oh, okay.
So return to
Will
the
I
roll
not
select
get?
screen
Yeah.
and release the roll, and then just press left or F9.
Just grabbing my keyboard.
BRC's 128.
Yep. Okay, I'm there.
Negative. BRC
Now I
is
can get
360.
SRS overlay, haven't I?
Yep.
Roger that.
Right.
And then go ahead and just tune 268.8 on your on what would be your primary radio. So for a Hornet, that'll be the top radio, and that will go off on the same one you'd use for Pry.
Hang on a second. So, where do I? So, toggle radio over. There it is.
Do you want us to just go into the bolter pattern?
AFM. Both of you can go ahead and take catapults and get that done. Once people are moving, let's use catapult 1 only. And Jay, I just need your slide number.
302.
Okay,
Comms check.
Say that again.
5x5.
Comms check.
Yep, good. Turn it, Levo.
Intercom check.
That's good check. Turn on Levo Scarlet, and then who else was it? Who needs good check. That's Mano and Frodo afterwards. Okay.
Can you give us a list of LSO so we can know who we're after?
Yep, so for the start, we're just going to do Turner, Lilo, Scarlet. And then shortly after that, I'm going to add in Manu and Frodo as well, to just make sure the others get a little bit of time in. And then we'll start bringing everybody back in, just to offset the missed time last week.
Roger that. Going to be watching the
So all
let you guys know who's coming.
Excellent. So all of you guys, go ahead and move yourselves with WASD keys all the way over so that you're in the primary waving position. Make sure you're all set up to be able to do that.
IC check.
Good check. Okay, and the first 3 passes are going to be waved by myself, just so everyone can recalibrate their eyes for a second, and then we're going to get this going. What I want you guys to do, when it is your turn, I would like you to describe the pass that you saw to me from a glide slope perspective as soon as the aircraft landed. You keep looking forward, keep getting ready for the next aircraft to come in, but I want you to talk about the pass you just saw. So if you want to say something like, high at ramp, bit too much power in close, little high in middle and a little high at start, something like that, right? What you saw. Key thing being, even if you think it makes no fucking sense, I want you to say something. I want you to actually just say words. Say what you think as best you can. Even if it's bullshit, better than saying nothing or stalling. So get yourself in the habit of speaking back the path you just saw. Okay, first aircraft off the deck. I'll do that for my first couple as well, so that you get an idea of what I'm asking for. Speaking the pass back bit is going to be a bit new for everybody. It's not something we've had the capability of doing before because we've never had a full wave team before. But in theory, it means that someone else can be writing live if you can do this. So it's a very good skill to train. Also a very good skill to help you to learn to memorize passes in a way that's accurate. Tough to start, gets easier with practice. The biggest mindfuck is that you remember it backwards. You remember it from at ramp out to start, not start to
Do you
at
want
ramp.
these hook up or hook down?
Hook up, please, folks. We're looking to just keep churning out passes.
Next aircraft 302.
That's on Pry, Frodo FYI.
Sorry, next aircraft 302.
Okay, and Perils, contact, looking for a turn now. There he goes. Okay, and for these first three, I have primary, I have backup. Remember guys, don't look at the plat cam at all. Just look at the glide slope. Get that eyeball calibrated. 268.8. 268.8 for Pry. Here he comes. This is fucking weird doing it from the backup position. It's looking pretty nice. Groove start.
302, Hornet Ball 6.
Roger, ball.
Acceptable lineup so far. Okay. Little satellite ramp, little satellite ramp. What was it? Little satellite ramp, little high and close. Sorry, little high coming down and close. Little too much power in middle. I do mean little on all of those. And that was a really nice pass.
The VR zoom does actually work quite nicely to enable me to see it pretty, certainly
No
see
worries,
the
I
angle of
figured
attack
it's safer to wait for you to make your
in
first pass.
VR.
Nice. Good stuff.
I screwed up. I'm gonna have to take another jet.
Copy. And 110, go ahead and keep those downwinds nice and tight. Let's not, sorry, keep the interval nice and tight. Let's not extend the upwind too much.
Next aircraft 302.
Copy.
I was too busy jaw jacking and oversped the flaps.
Remember that question I posted in LSO Shack literally yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah.
You understood my response to that, though, right? If it's not a critical system that has to be there, like, I don't understand.
Well, that's exactly the question. That's exactly the question, because DLC is, having seen Tomcats do passes without DLC, I would argue that it very well could be listed as a critical system, because it sucks without it.
Did the alphas
We
have
shall
it?
see. Yes. Okay, a little overshoot here. Gonna allow it right on the
302,
borderline.
Hornet Ball 6.
Roger, ball. Come left.
He's correcting. Very nice. Going a little high. Okay. Little high at ramp. A little too much power in middle to in close. And I think that's probably all the comments on glide slope for that one.
Also 28.
How do I know it's a little high at ramp? A good indicator is that he came down with his hook going to touch the 4-wire. If he's going to touch the 4-wire, then that's going to be a little high at ramp. The 2-wire would be a little low, and the 1-wire would be a full low.
In my calculations, that was also a 26-second groove.
Yes, it'll be a bit longer if he's overshot too. You start the timer right as he crosses the center line?
Yes. I gave him a second, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that start was 21:51.
Okay, final.
Ended at 22:17.
Yeah, copy. Okay, final pass from me. And I'm going to get some people on for some waving. Turner, Lilo, Scarlet, who would like to go first?
I don't mind.
That was on Pro.
Sorry, yeah, wrong button. Yeah, I'll have a go first.
Okie doke.
Next aircraft 302.
So yeah, for an overshoot like that, that was borderline. If it was much further at all, I probably would have waved him off. But for something that's that egregious, then as you see, I didn't really wait for the call. Just give it to him straight away because there's a lot of ground to cover. For him to bring it over. Groove start.
302, Hornet Ball 5.8.
Roger, ball.
Okay, I missed a power call there because I was looking at something else. Low at ramp, settle in close, coming down in middle, high at start.
21-second groove.
Okay, Turner, you are up. You have primary. I will be waving line up and doing the lights. You'll be waving glide slope and angle of attack. But glide slope is what I want you to focus on.
Okay.
If anything goes wrong, we'll have a quick debrief about it, and I'll prompt you if there's a call I need you to make.
One other thing, Alex, you forgot to bring up. Don't be scared to make a call. They're expecting us to make mistakes, so if you think they should do it, just say it.
Yes.
If we cause the wave off, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't be radio shy. You want to get used to speaking. And you also want to get used to not hesitating. Really good example, I was looking at something else, but something I did earlier in my time doing this is if you wait too long to determine if you need a power call, you're probably too late to make the power call at that point. So if you think something's going on, to get even an inkling, say it.
Next aircraft 302.
Okay, trainee LSOs on primary.
Now we've got a Tomcat up now as well, so the passes should get a little more frequent.
I think Jay's starting his turn a little late. That's why he's low.
Yeah, it's possible. And everyone else be following the glide slope with your eyes as well. Think about what you would call. You're also going to say the Roger ball, Turner. So when he gives you the ball call, you answer with Roger ball.
302, Hornet Ball 5.8.
Roger ball.
Little right for lineup.
I've got the lineup, don't you worry. You're just doing the power calls.
Little power.
It's all good. Okay, so for that one, he was all right on the glide slope. As it was, the power call came through as he's already up at the wires, so a little late on the power call. But he also landed into the E4, so he is more than high enough there. Try and calibrate the eye down just a little bit for that one. Here comes the next aircraft. This is a Tomcat. Listen to the engines as well. If you hear him spool down like crazy, call it. He's also low to start.
110 Hornet ball. I'm sorry, Tomcat ball, 9 pump.
Roger ball.
Come left.
Come left.
I've got the lineup, Tanner.
Easy on the power. Easy on the power.
Off.
Okay. So, first thing, I've got the lineup. You're just waving the glide slope at the moment,
Yeah,
Tanner.
keep going.
So, with that kind of situation, don't give an easy on the power call for the moment. If they go really high like that, it looks like there's, you're looking at them thinking, how the fuck are you going to come back down now? Give them a wave off. What happened for Gifford there is he really cut the power down to try and get it aboard and not be a dangerously long bolter, and he smacked the deck with quite some force. So in that kind of situation, if they're really high up close, just give them a wave off and they can come around and try again.
Next aircraft 302.
Okay, Hornet up next. After this pass turner, we're going to switch over to Lilo, if you're good with that, Lilo.
Yes.
Excellent. Now we're going to keep moving round and around, Robin.
Scarlet, you're on deck.
Yes, I am.
Okay, Tanner. Okay, this is a pretty nice start. So look at that angle. Look as you see it right now. This is about right for glide slope.
302 Hornet ball 5.1.
Or
Roger ball.
Come left.
Easy on the power.
Okay.
Looks pretty good.
All right, Lilo, you are up. Tanner, main thing I need from you at the moment is to don't use an easy on the power call. Not at this stage. If they're going high, let them. The main thing I want you to focus on is if they're going low, correct them.
Next
Copy
aircraft
that.
110.
Okay, Lilo, you're up. You have primary. You're waving glide slope, and it's going to be Gifford in first with the Tomcat 110.
Low.
Radar contact. Jesus.
110 Tomcat ball, 8.7.
Roger ball.
I'm going to elect not to make the call because he's coming across nicely,
Back to the left.
but I will make that one so he doesn't try and overshoot. It's looking pretty nicely though. If you see him start to deviate, give him a power call. Looks like he's going to trend high.
Forward.
Good call. What was the pass?
He, I think, lost like power in the ramp, and he went low. In the start, he was a little bit high.
Okay.
There's also a 32-second groove.
With a long ass groove, yes. So remember guys, after the
302's up
pass,
next.
as soon as they touch the deck, tell me what you've seen. Go from that moment backwards and tell me what you've seen. Looking like a good start on glide slope.
302 Hornet Ball 4.7.
Roger ball. Power.
Say again.
Lilo, for the pronunciation, it needs to be a power
Sorry,
rather than a power, because otherwise
Okay,
they won't
okay.
necessarily understand it.
My bad, sorry.
is up next.
Okay.
Tomcat ball 8.4.
Roger ball.
It's looking like a pretty decent start from Gifford.
Turn left.
Power.
Give him the call.
Power.
Power.
Fuck, I see 4 minutes ago.
Okay.
Question, is the wind down the angle deck or down the BRC? Because it feels different than it was yesterday.
99, wind is 30 knots axial. Wind is straight down the angle deck.
Okay.
Roger
Scarlett,
that.
you're up.
My flight path indicators give me
I'm up.
weird reading.
302 is up.
Scarlett, you have primary.
Affirmative.
So yeah, for Lilo, say power like it's spelled with an A. It's the best advice I can give you.
Okay.
302 Hornet Ball 4.3.
Roger ball.
Turn left.
Power. Power.
Good calls. It's all good. Good call on the first one. Second one wasn't needed, and it was just a touch late on the first. But you're all good. Well noticed. What did you see?
I think it was only low at the end. The rest was good, I think.
Okay.
Maybe a little low in the middle.
Okay.
110 is up.
And 99, wind over deck is 30 knots. Just go ahead and make your turn in a touch earlier than you are doing.
Tomcat ball 8.0.
Roger ball.
Hey, nice start, Giff. Let's go. Never mind. Catch him.
Power.
Take off.
Power.
Good first power call. Really, he wants to respond a bit more to that. What did you see? Really quick, because we've got the next aircraft coming in.
Yeah, quite low at the end, very low at the end, and
Mhm.
low in the middle. Maybe I was too late there.
Okay. Next one's up.
302 Hornet Ball 3.9.
Roger, ball. Power.
Good call.
Ah, 302. Feel free to mix it up just a little bit.
302.
I think that was a little low at the end, and I didn't stop the time, but I think it was a quite short groove.
That was a
14
pretty good
second
groove,
groove.
actually. It was
okay.
just very, very touch short. Okay. Turner, if you're ready, you're up. You have primary.
I'm ready.
Okay, you have primary.
Next aircraft.
Scarlet,
110.
that last power call was not quite needed. He was already high enough as is. So try and calibrate your eye down just a little bit for the power call at the end.
Okay. Okay, I thought he was drifting down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. If you aren't already, follow the aircraft with your eyes as it comes over the ramp and lands in the wires, and it'll help you build that trend for what you want to be seeing at the ramp.
Okay.
Okay, Tanner, your first Tomcat's coming in now.
Hornet Ball 7.7.
Roger, ball.
Let's see if he shoots up. He has done a little bit, so he's currently high. Don't say anything. Give him a power call.
Power.
Okay, so that was a little late for me delivering it to you, but you see what happened there. He went high, you heard his engines come back, and you see with the Tomcat, he drops like a rock. By the time you give him the power
Yeah,
call,
it
it
came
takes
down
that
really
long
quick.
for the engines to come back up. That's what we want to really avoid. So
Next
that's why
aircraft
we need to be
302.
really expeditious with those calls. Okay, next aircraft's up. He's a bit high to start.
302 Hornet Ball 3.5. Roger, ball.
It'll come left. Shouldn't need to say anything to him. Okay, give him some power.
Power.
And he's waved himself off there, I guess.
He has. Now, I know why he's done that, because flying bad passes deliberately is really, really unnatural. I've done exactly the same when I tried to demo it for you guys last week. So, you see yourself falling low and you kind of just throw the power in.
Next aircraft 110.
Okay, and Mano and Frodo, we can get you guys in on the end of this one as well. So we'll put you guys in the list from here onwards. That means we've got some parity in for everybody, which is good. Primary is still Turner for this next pass, then it's going to go to Lilo. Then it's going to go to Scarlet, and then Mano, it's going to go to you, then Frodo. And then we've got everybody in the mix.
So the next one, I am the line. I do the lineup.
Negative, you're going to be doing glide slope, but Turner has this one. So Turner is primary right now.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay.
Hornet Ball 7.4.
Roger, ball.
You're a Tomcat, man.
Sorry, I keep hearing Jay. Tomcat Ball.
Wave him off.
Wave off.
Okay, you see how he got really high then, and then tried to correct it down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Next aircraft 302.
So that's where if you start seeing them going really high in close, start thinking about a wave off call.
Who goes now?
Now is Lilo.
302 Hornet Ball 3.1.
Roger ball.
Angled.
Back to the left. Come left.
Okay, watch him, watch him.
Power.
Good call.
That kind of floated him a bit, didn't it? The power
It
application.
did, but we'd rather that than him smacking the deck
Yeah.
close in.
CAG 302.
Set it.
You guys see a different color light on my jet when I came in that time?
I did indeed.
110's next aircraft.
And 3-0 Dog, you stay on speed for now. I'd like to focus a little bit more on glide slope for a Hornet, if that's alright.
302.
Or rather, if you're going to vary AOA, keep the glide slope fairly intact.
302.
Okay, there you go.
110 Tomcat Ball 7.1.
Roger ball.
It's looking pretty nice. He's going high. And he's trying to correct it, so watch him now. If he starts dropping, give him that call.
Power.
Okay, little premature on the power call. I can see why you made it.
Next aircraft 302.
Okay, Lilo, you got this one, and then we're going to move over to Scarlet.
Alright.
Lilo, try and speak a little bit slower with them as well if you can.
Okay.
Okay. Now he's going to do something, so watch for what he does.
302 Hornet Ball 2.6.
Roger ball. Power.
Good catch, well
Power.
done. Well done. Good calls. So what gave it away? Because you gave that call nice and early. So what did you notice?
That he was losing power and he was going down. It's like
Yeah,
slowly
302 needs gas.
down.
Copy, you'll stick it on the street and let me know when you're ready to go.
302.
Next aircraft 110. I got eyes on the deck. Deck's clear.
Sweet. Thank you. Okay, Scarlet, you have primary.
Roger.
So you notice, guys, as well as you see these kind of mistakes where they're doing, because they're all modeling power issues in close, right? Which is the hardest one to catch. You're hearing the engine, so you're starting to build kind of a mental library, if you like, of engine noise that you kind of want to hear. You'll start to learn what doesn't sound right and when you need to be thinking, oh, hang on, this needs a call. So do make sure you're listening as well, even when it's not your path to control. Okay, it's gonna be a short rove.
110 Tomcat Ball 6.6.
Roger ball.
Looking nice so far. Be fine. Would have been a nice little 4. So well
Looked
done.
good to me.
Don't be afraid to speak, but at the same time, if they fly the pass right, paddles have no need to speak. And well done as well, because that means you're getting there as well with your eyeball calibration for what's high and close and what isn't. Okay, just while we've got 2 jets in there, I'm going to step it down to 2 passes each, just so we can make good use of the time. So Scarlett, you've got this next pass, and then we'll move over to Manu.
Copy.
While he's coming round, any questions? Because we've got a little bit of time now. If anyone wants to ask about anything or discuss anything, now's a good time to do so.
Aircraft 110.
It's not a discussion. It's just a kind of it's difficult trying to assess the balance between not wanting to give unnecessary communication and catching a situation before it gets serious, isn't it?
Exactly. And this is very much where LSOing is something that is objective rather than subjective. It's why it is my opinion that bots can't do this. You really do need to use your judgment, and that's what I'm encouraging you guys to build here, is building your judgment. The best thing I can advise is reps. If you can just get your eyeballs calibrated in, it becomes much easier. And you'll get a sense for what normal looks like. Okay, here he comes. Scarlett, you ready?
Ready?
This might be an overshoot. Oh, he's going to be FM it. Okay. He might shoot up here. Look how banked over he is.
110, Tomcat ball 6.4.
Roger, bot. Calm
And
left.
he did.
Yep.
You're high.
Fast. Power.
Good power call.
Good call.
Yeah,
Is he
that was
caught?
nicely caught, wasn't it?
I would have maybe given it a smidge earlier. You heard him spool down. Still managed to get him into the
302
wires.
is up and ready. Street.
302, shoot when able.
Yeah, you might have. You gave the call before he dropped, which is good. And you did get him into the wires, so he would have snagged a 1 there. What we're hoping for is to try and get it so we can have him just avoid the 1 if possible. If we can get him into the 2, 3, or 4, that's like the ideal. It won't always happen. So it's not like it's, oh, you didn't call it at the right time. Sometimes pilots won't have enough power. That just is what it is. But don't hesitate. If you hear them really spool it down like that, do not hesitate to call it, because that can go south so fast.
Yeah, okay.
Especially Tomcats as well. They drop like a rock when they do that. So, but it's quite delayed, and then it takes them a while to recover. Manu, you have primary.
Aircraft 110.
And we're going to have you do 2 passes Manu, and I think it's probably going to go back up to 3 when Frodo is taking it, just judging by the look of where the Hornet is right now. His turning point's getting better. That makes me quite happy.
That last groove was 16 seconds for 110.
Nice. That's what we like to see. Can't tell you how happy it's made me to see people improving like they have been. There's been a real tangible improvement with the way passes are being flown, which is great. We're seeing far fewer 1 wires than we used to, which is brilliant. People are keeping the ball on the happy side. Okay, it looks like he might be coming in a little bit high here, and he might overshoot. That's a short groove.
110, Tomcat ball 6.0.
Russia ball.
Power.
Power.
Hey, he would have caught a 4. I will say on his part, well saved. Holy shit. But at the same time, good power call. What did you see? For the whole pass. Uh-huh. Okay. So for that one, Manu, he would have been high at ramp, or maybe a little too much power at ramp, maybe. Definitely a little high in close, a little high coming down in close. Little high in middle, high at start is what I would say for that one. And just to educate you guys as well on kind of what these calls mean. Too much power always means going from on the glide slope to above it. Little too much power results in a little high. Too much power results in a high. Very too much power results in a very high, for example. Okay? The opposite of that is settle. That's going from on the glide slope to below it. It's exactly the same rules. If somebody goes from above the glide slope to below, it's fly through down. If they go from below to above, it's fly through up. And say that they are high and they come down to the glide slope, it's come down. And the opposite, going from below to onto the glide slope, is come on. Okay? All these things have very specific meanings. So try and use them if you can to describe what's going on. Eyes on. Try and use those when you're describing the things. Don't worry if you don't get it right. That's going to take a while to learn as well. But do your best to pick up on sort of what we're trying to put down here. That's weird. Just looking at the hook touchdown, hook to ramp. Maybe that will reset as he gets in the groove. All right, Manu, this pass is yours, and I'm going to hand it over to Brodo.
110, Tomcat ball, 5.7.
Ready, what?
And he doesn't want to come down a touch, but not too much.
Baba.
Okay, right call, a little bit late. No problem. All right, Frodo, you're up. Primary's yours.
Frodo's up.
Mm-hmm.
302 Hornet ball, 6.9.
Roger ball. Power.
Cool. What did you see?
Most of the at start it was perfect, in middle it was perfect, little low in close, power call, 3-wire I would guess.
Okay, so what you would say for that one would be a little low coming on at ramp, little low in close, little settle in middle. That tells the whole story. It's perfectly fine not to have a start comment if you don't need one, because it was a very good start, you're right. That's how you would explain what happened in the middle for what you saw at the end.
Yeah, I thought middle was
This is also why
fine.
we do it in reverse,
It was-
right? You can be very certain about what just happened, like a second ago, and you can then build the past back in a way where it's like, cool, that sounds coherent, that tells a story and it makes sense.
Next aircraft 110. Yeah, so I didn't realize there was 4 calls, right? So it's at start, in middle, in close, at ramp. Gotcha.
That's the one. Yep, that's the one. If we're going to leave one out, it'll be at start, but we do need to comment for all of it. So yeah, settle in middle, little low in close.
Yeah,
Sorry, little
the
settle in
at
middle,
start's
little low
more
in
going
close.
to be lineup than it is glide slope.
You'd be surprised, but yeah, generally speaking. But this is DCS, so you'd be surprised.
He's high already.
We are hobbyists, and it shows. Okay. Yeah, he's trending high. Get wrapped up as
110,
well.
Tomcat ball, 5.
Roger ball.
That's it, let him work
Fast.
it down. Good catch.
You're high. Power. Wave off, wave off.
Good call. Well done. Okay, give me the rationale. Super quick, because we've got another aircar coming into the groove.
High at start, trending low in middle, kept trending low in close, fast at start.
Okay. And on that power call, shoved in shit tons of power. Is that why you gave him the wave off?
No, it was too late. He was still dropping even after he added the power.
Copy all. Okay.
Overshoot.
302 Hornet Ball 6.4.
Roger ball.
I'll watch the lineup.
Back to the right.
Power. Power.
Cool.
So that was low at the ramp, low in close, low in middle, trending lower. He stabilized at the in close point, which is why I didn't wave him off. He flattened it out. At start, he was overshot and a little high. Turner,
No,
you're
we
up.
don't really use flat. Tanner?
Yep.
Next aircraft,
Okay.
110.
Primary's yours. Yeah, we don't really use flat as a term. I know it's written in the gouge. I need to rewrite the gouge. It's very antiquated as flat, so it's not really something that's used.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is he caught the descent, and he was no longer
Yep.
descending. He was low, but he was no longer descending.
So for the wave off you gave previously, I actually would have given the wave off based on the amount of power put in, because there's no way he's going to make it back down from what he's just done. So we both arrived at the same conclusion, but for different reasons.
Roger that.
Yep, send it. No problem. Well, if you need to take some time, that's fine. Because we're probably going to switch over to video review at some point as well. So don't worry too much. See you later. Okay, I'm just cross mine off the list. Super quick.
110 Tomcat Ball 5.1.
Roger Ball.
Okay. It's looking on at the moment.
Arm left.
Oh, he's going high.
He's done.
Wave
That's
off.
beyond
Wave
it.
off.
Yeah, well done. Good
Yeah.
call. He ain't coming back from that.
Yeah.
Next aircraft, 302 at the 90.
Good spot. Well done. That's showing some eyeball calibration. Okay, you've got a Hornet
Check
up
wave
next.
off lights.
Thank you. I'd have thought they'd have turned off, but I guess the Hornet was in the groove. Overshoots within bounds.
302 Hornet Ball 6.0. Roger Ball. Power. Power.
Wave off.
Okay. Good catch on the powers. Once you get a bit more experience, that's a good example of where a power back on call would have happened. I don't want you to do that for now, but when he was coming over the ramp and you heard him cut it again to try and bring it back down, that's exactly where I would probably give him a power back on call as a good example.
Okay.
So anyone who was watching that was one in the wild, if you like. It's not an often used call, but it's something that we are trying to avoid, something called eased guns to land. You'll have heard of eased guns in wires, which is when people don't keep the power up once they've trapped. Eased guns to land is where people try and they cut the power to try and get on the deck. It can result in snapping the main gear, especially on a Hornet. They are
Next aircraft,
particularly prone to it.
110.
Gotcha.
We're just
Right,
doing
Richard,
two passes each now. Yeah.
It's okay, we've got 2 aircraft in the air, so you can do 3 passes. That's not a problem. If you want to do fewer, that's also fine. No problem at all.
I'll do another one if that's all right.
Okay. Frodo, would you like a go at lineup?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. In that case, I will supervise. I have the lights. Lineup is yours.
Yeah, can you take care of the groove time too?
I'm not really watching too much about the groove time, but I'm happy to time it. Not too worried for today. That'll come later. Okay, so you've got lineups. Remember, if they look like they're going to correct it, no problem. No need to make a call. If it looks like it's going to persist, make the call.
110 Tomcat Ball 4.8.
Roger Ball.
Give him a power.
Power.
That's it. Nice.
Power.
Well done.
302
Okay, second
coming
power
left.
not needed.
Okay, am I jumping off somebody here?
No, you've got this one as well.
302 Hornet Ball 5.5. Roger ball.
Give him a power.
Power.
As well.
Power.
Come left.
Power. Wave off. Wave off.
Didn't see him moving up at all there for all the
Yep.
first two
No,
calls.
and that was
Yeah.
that was about the right amount of time to give him as well. You get to a point with the power where even if he sends it up, how would he ever come back down? And that really is the point of the wave off. So yeah, no, good call on that front.
Turner, can I make another suggestion?
And yeah.
On your first call, slow it down and then increase your urgency as you say it again and again.
Mm.
Got you.
Yeah, make it gentle then serious, if you like.
Mhm.
Remember, we want to be, until something goes wrong, we want to be the
Chill.
people that are chill and the people that people can just trust and feel good hearing.
Yeah. Need that nice DJ voice.
I mean, even in that example GB posted of the barricade landing, even the cut that he gives, which is something you do with the barricade to get them to power down deliberately before they hit the deck, even that cut was delivered as a cut, and that's it. You know, the dude is chill all the way down for something that's a really obscure and weird emergency.
I'm handing over now, am I?
Yeah, for Lilo, have you up for another 3?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Lilo, you have primary.
Perfect.
Tomcat Ball 4.5.
Roger ball.
Give him a come left to stop the drift.
Come left.
Power.
Good call. And that gentleman is a boxed power call. Okay, next aircraft straight up.
Two Hornet Ball 5.
Roger ball. Power. Power.
Okay. So what happened there is he's fast. Okay, the nose is more tilted forward than we'd like. That isn't something I've really gone through with you guys yet as much, so don't worry too much about it. But that was an example of a pass that was a little fast all the way. And Scarlett, we're going to hand over to you after the next pass.
So,
All right.
am I correct in assuming if an aircraft, like in real aviation, if an aircraft is trimmed nose down, the power add and subtraction will be less prevalent than if they're slow?
Not really. It is there. The effect does exist, but it's less than you would think. Makes less of a difference than you'd think. The bigger concern with the fast and slow, obviously slow is a concern for stalls, but the bigger concern is the way the aircraft's going to hit the deck. 2 factors. One of them is the hook actually catching, and catching, you know, after the main gear touch. The other one is that the aircraft are designed to land at that attitude. That's how they work out the enormous force that happens. So if they're not at the right attitude, you are putting the aircraft through stresses it wasn't designed for.
Who goes next?
Lilo, you've got this next pass, and then it's going to be Scarlett.
All right.
be a pretty quick changeover too, because they're both coming. They're both in the final approach turn now, so it's going to be one directly after the other. Okay.
Perfect.
110 Tomcat Ball 4.2.
Roger, Paul.
Come left.
Yep. Nice.
Power.
Yep.
Good catch.
First time you
Great
keyed would have been the
catch.
time to say it. Scarlet, that is yours.
Got it.
Cvw-17 Hornet Ball 4.6.
Roger, ball.
Come left.
Wave him off.
Wave off, wave off.
Yeah, he wasn't coming down either, was he?
No, he wasn't coming down, but also we want to avoid a long bolter. So as it looked there, it looked like he was going to kind of, if you project his flight path, he's going to touch down right on the tip of the landing area, almost off the deck. We hate that. We don't
Yeah.
want that. So at that point, get rid of him. So if you see them ballooning high like that, that's a good good call to use Scarlet.
So 302 is consistently in the last 3 passes. He's overshot the exact same distance. Is this when you would call up on 99 and be like, hey, extend your...
Exactly. Exactly. We're not going to do that for today, but that's pretty much where we're at. It wouldn't be a 99. I would literally tell him 302 paddles, and I would wait for him to answer me, and we'll have a little chat specifically with him. Yes, Larkin, I'm trying to do something, sweetheart. Could you get off my desk? That'd be amazing. Thanks. Oh. Okay.
Got better spacing on this one.
Yeah, it looks a little better, doesn't it? Okay.
110's next aircraft.
Scarlet, next 2 passes are yours.
Copy.
And then Frodo, you're going to take primary after Scarlet.
Copy. My cruiser is
110
fast.
Tomcat Ball 3.8.
Roger, ball.
Come left.
Stop the drift. That's it. Phase high, watch for him crashing it down, Scarlet.
Power.
Oh,
Good
shit.
call. Touch late, but good call. Okay.
.302 Hornet Ball 4.3.
Roger, ball.
Easy with it.
There we go. Okay. Frodo, you have primary, I have lineup.
Proto primary.
Turner, Lilo, Scarlet, how are you guys feeling about things now?
Yeah, starting to get a feel, a little bit of a feel for it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Me
think
How
too.
so.
about after Frodo's done his 3, Turner, Lilo, Scarlet, do you guys want to take another 2 passes each? Then we'll land the jets. We'll go and have a look at some passes in detail.
Sounds
For
like a
me,
plan.
perfect.
Unfortunately, I've got to go now. But
No problem. No
yeah,
problem.
hopefully we can, or maybe we can talk about some passes in detail.
I still have
next
some more
week, or-
CQ marking to do, so at some point we can
Oh,
sit
yeah.
down and have a look at that as well. That's not a problem.
Oh yeah, that would be great. All right. Have a good night.
Next aircraft,
Take it easy.
110.
So Frodo, with your first time on lineup, you see how you're not really using a drifting left or drifting right call. You're using the come left or right per lineup call to stop a drift. That's one of the sort of key points that isn't necessarily immediately apparent.
Yeah, I'm trying to combine that with the stationary. Is he stationary off center line, or is he drifting one way or the
Mhm.
other?
Exactly. So it's a lot less technical in a way than the glide slope due to the lack of needing to like calibrate your eyes. But it's at that point the difficulty is in finding, okay, do I want to
Stand
say
by for
something now, or
110.
do I want to leave this open for glide slope? Okay. You have primary, I have lineup and lights.
110 Tomcat ball 3.5.
Roger, ball. You're slow. You're high.
Give him a
Power
power
back
call.
on. Wave off.
Okay, with him spooling down that hard, you want to give the power call earlier, because there's no other way a Tomcat comes out of that. Same idea, just sooner.
302 Hornet ball 83 point.
Roger, ball. Power. Is it just me, or did he
Okay.
slam that into the deck right there at the end?
Didn't slam it in, no. I will say with the power call, you did put him into a 4.
Roger that.
Manu, I'll have you take Scarlet's place. You'll get another 2 passes on primary tonight.
That's my 2. You want me to go back to lineup?
No, we'll have you do 3 because you've been on lineup for a while. And then we're going to move through the others, just give them another 2 so that they've done it fresh at the end. And then we're going to go into having a look at the video stuff. See if we can get some really interesting passes and do it sort of stop through, see what happens. I will, of course, have to mute it because Delta yaps about passes as he waves them. So, you know, I can't have him give you the answers. We will see. Okay, we got another aircraft coming in. The 180.
So who's up next? Turner? It's going to be a quick transition if he is.
Yes, Turner, you are going to be after the Tomcat that's coming in right now.
Roger that.
So be ready to take it. Frodo's going to have this pass. You're going to have another aircraft straight after that you're going to be taking, okay?
Tomcat ball 3.2.
Roger, ball.
He's hooked down.
Calm left.
You're high. Power back in. You are.
Okay. Manu, watch the deck. Tell me when it's clear. Call 100 until it isn't.
302
Turner,
Hornet
you're up.
ball 3 point. Roger ball.
10 feet. Okay.
Power.
Good call.
Calm left.
Yeah, it's touch and go
whether I gave him another power call as he
No, I
came
think
over
you made.
the
I think
end
you
there.
made the right. I think you made the right call. It didn't sound too severe. It wouldn't have been a pretty pass to mark, but he would have been aboard safely.
Yep.
Thanks for the practice, guys.
No worries, take it easy, guys. And 302, we've got a couple of passes left. It'll be 5 passes total, if that's good with you.
It'll run me down the gas, but I'll run until I'm out of gas.
You have my blessing.
Roger, 302.
You want me to line up again?
Can do if you'd like to. Yeah, no problem.
Frodo's got line up.
I got lights. And Turner, this pass, you have primary.
Okay.
Yeah, I can give you line up on, let's have it when Lilo waves, you'll be doing line up, okay?
Do that.
So Frodo, you'll do line up this pass, we'll wait 2, and then we're gonna give, well, you'll have line up again for the last couple of passes that Mana will be doing primary. So you can give the man a taste, see how it goes.
Yeah, if somebody else wants to do line up, step in. I'll watch the deck.
Okay, Frodo, you have it this pass, we'll switch to Manu next pass. So Turner primary, and Frodo backup.
302, Hornet ball, 3 point.
Roger ball.
I'm left.
Yeah, he
That's
he
right.
started high, but he was trending down nicely, so I didn't think that
Yep.
I needed to
Oh,
give him any
exactly right.
corrections there.
Exactly right, none needed. Just the lineup correction.
I was about to give him another come left call, but I saw that wing dip and he started moving back over. He didn't correct it, but he landed a little angled. But
If you can manage it, just stop the drift. Is the main thing. Okay, Manu, you have backup.
That's my 2 passes, yeah.
Yep. Lilo, you are up. You have primary.
Perfect.
next aircraft 302 at the beam.
Three zero two, Hornet ball, 2 point.
Roger ball.
Stop the drift.
Come left.
Power.
Good power call. Okay, so you saw when he was crossing the center line like that, making no effort to stay, Manu? And just kept on drifting? Yep, that's it. So you can give the come left call a little earlier than that. You can use a come left call to stop a drift as well. If you think he's drifting right, give him a come left. We don't really use you're drifting left or you're drifting right, but you just use come left or right for lineup. Okay? But don't be afraid to stop a drift. If you think he's going to keep drifting, just say it. That's not a problem.
Paris, come left. You cannot say come right. You say right for lineup.
You say right for lineup. It means that the two calls sound completely different from each other.
Okay.
Next aircraft 302.
And if for some reason it got chopped in half, the transmission, you'd still know which one it was. Okay, this one's angling.
202 Hornet Ball 2.
Radar ball. Power.
Come left.
Good call.
Power.
Good call.
Power.
Okay, nice work. Okay, Manu, you have primary. Frodo, if you would like it, you have backup.
Roger.
Stay at sea right now, 2.3. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be all good. Okay, Frodo, are you taking the line up or am I?
I got it.
You got it, sick.
Hornet Ball 2.
Chargeable.
On left.
Power. Power.
Okay, good escalation. It's definitely the right time to be standing with
But,
it.
yeah, but he didn't give a fuck. I mean, he kept
He
going.
added, he added the power for sure. He added the power, he just didn't add
Not
enough.
enough.
So
Yeah.
well done for, well done for being a bit more firm with it.
302 paddles.
302.
302 paddles. Let's go. Hook down now. This will be the last pass of the evening.
302, hook down.
Oh, can I try a lineup?
If you'd like to try a lineup, that's fine. It'll be the last pass of the evening, so it's probably going to be a pretty not much to say lineup. If that's good with you, Frodo, I'll move Lilo onto lineup for one go.
Frodo's got the deck.
Okay, Lilo, you have backup.
Perfect.
Next aircraft 302.
So I'm still pri, right?
Yep, you're still primary.
Hornet Ball 1.7.
Roger, ball.
Give
Come
him
left.
left. That's it.
Power. Power.
Rewire.
Fixed wing recovery complete. Fixed wing recovery complete. Watch 3 tracks on map cat 4. And let's all go and see each other in the debrief.